The Compromise of 1877 was an unwritten, undocumented deal that resolved the disputed presidential election of 1876. The election was between Republican Rutherford B. Hayes and Democrat Samuel J. Tilden. Tilden, who had support from the South, won the popular vote by over 250,000 votes. However, the Electoral College was disputed. Although Tilden had 19 more electoral votes than Hayes, it wasn't over yet. There were still 20 electoral votes from South Carolina, Oregon, Louisiana, and Florida that were disputed. If Hayes could win all 20 electoral votes from these states, he could win the election. The United States Congress appointed a special committee to determine how the 20 votes from these last states would be counted. In the beginning, the committee consisted of 7 Democrats, 7 Republicans, and 1 independent, Justice David Davis. The Democrats were confident that Davis, who would be the deciding vote, would vote in their favor. When Davis withdrew to take a seat in the Senate, another Republican was chosen to take his place. Evidently, since the committee now consisted of more Republicans than Democrats, Hayes won the last 20 votes. But it still wasn't over. The House of Representatives and Senate still had to agree with the committee's decision. The Senate, which was dominated by Republicans, quickly agreed with the committee's decision to give all 20 votes to Hayes. This left the House of Representatives, where the Democrats refused to give all of the electoral votes to Hayes. The Republicans were desperate to get all 20 of the last votes in order to win the election, so they negotiated an agreement with the Southern Democrats. The Democrats agreed to elect Hayes as president if the Republicans agreed to 1. Withdraw the federal soldiers from their remaining positions in the South. 2. Enact federal regulations that would spur industrialization in the South. 3. Appoint Democrats to patronage positions in the South. And 4. The constitution of a second transcontinental railroad in the South. Both parties agreed to these terms, and Hayes was elected the 19th President of the United States. This agreement became known as the Compromise of 1877. Due to the federal troops being taken out, the white Southern Democrats were able to deny African Americans their rights. The compromise ended the Northern occupation of the South, which led to the end of the Reconstitution era known in U.S. history.